Tornadoes are one of the most violent forces of nature. They are capable of reaching wind speeds of over 300 miles per hour, and they take approximately 80 lives every year. With their seemingly unpredictable nature, one must wonder, how do meteorologists know when to issue tornado warnings? The answer to that question begins with Doppler radar. Let me show you how it works. First, the Doppler radar emits a radio wave. This radio wave will continue to travel until it runs into another object. This could be rain, snow, hail, or even debris. When the radio wave hits the object, the energy scatters. It goes in all different directions, including back towards the Doppler radar. When the radio wave returns, the Doppler radar is able to determine how far away the object is based on how long it took to receive a radio wave back. The Doppler radar also uses the length and shape of the returning wave to determine the shape and size of the object hit. All of this information is then gathered and made into an image. If you've ever watched your local news station or used a weather app, you have probably seen radar images similar to the one in the previous slide. Although meteorologists use that type of radar image, there are two additional types of images that are critical to the issuing of tornado warnings: the velocity and the correlation coefficient. Here we can see both a standard radar image as well as a velocity scan for a tornado-warned storm. If you take a look at the velocity scan on the right, you will see a little place where the red and green touch and begin to wrap around each other. This is called a velocity couplet and is indicative of a tornado beginning to form. We know this because we can see that on one side the precipitation is heading towards the radar, and on the other side the precipitation is heading against it. This causes rotation within the storm. Meteorologists will almost always issue a tornado warning if they see a strong velocity couplet within a storm. On this slide, we can see both a standard radar scan as well as a correlation coefficient scan of a tornado-warned storm. On the correlation coefficient scan on the bottom, you can see a lot of dark reds. This represents correlation coefficient values close to 1 and means that the precipitation in this area is likely rain. However, the little blue area here represents areas with a correlation coefficient closer to 0. This is called a CC drop. These occur when radar is picking up debris in the atmosphere. When tornadoes occur, they can loft branches, plywood, shingles, and more into the atmosphere. Obviously, these have a much different shape than rain, so the particles in the atmosphere will not be consistent wherever there is debris. This is indicative of a tornado that is currently on the ground and causing damage. If a meteorologist sees a CC drop, they will most definitely issue a tornado warning. In summary, meteorologists use correlation coefficient and velocity scans to determine whether or not a tornado is occurring at a given location. Meteorologists employ abundant discretion and thought when issuing tornado warnings. Take every warning seriously and make sure to keep your weather alerts on when severe weather is imminent. Remember, don't be scared, but be prepared.